Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is officially Friday. And that means it's time for Smackdown.
Now, forever. Together.
Here we go.
To be the king or queen of the ring is one of WWE's most prestigious honors. 16 SmackDown superstars began, and only 8 remain.
This is the moment of a lifetime.
Last week, LA Knight toppled Santos Escobar.
Who gon' stop me?
Yup.
Who gon' stop me?
And now steps into the ring with a new mercenary of a familiar foe.
Tonga.
The irresistible
Nia
force
Jax.
marched past the globe. And tonight meets an immovable object. As Nia Jax finds herself in the eye of the storm. An undefeated Jade Cargill. After ousting Candice LeRae, will Bianca Belair power through the pain? Bad wheel and all to defeat the self-proclaimed center of the universe, Tiffany Stratton? And after an impressive first-round match with Baron Corbin, will SmackDown's first-round draft pick prove Melo don't miss and take down 14-time world champion Randy Orton? Or will Melo fall victim to the 3 most dangerous letters in sports entertainment?
K.O.
In Jeddah, a new king and queen of the ring will be crowned. But before they become squared circle royalty, they must make it through the quarterfinals tonight.
Or whose crown is it? If you ask this megastar, LA Knight will tell you it's already as good as his. But standing between Knight and the throne, the unhinged Tama Tonga. And where Tama goes, so follows the bloodline. And there's a storm brewing in the Queen of the Ring tournament as Jade Cargill advanced last week. But how will this force of nature fare against the irresistible force, Nia Jax? 2 physical specimens collide tonight.
It's going to be interesting for sure. Here we go.
One honor has eluded Randy Orton, the King of the Ring crown. Well, tonight standing in his way, Carmelo Hayes. And after a grueling title defense at Backlash, there is no rest for the weary as the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes and his next challenger, the United States champion Logan Paul, sign the contract for their showdown in Saudi Arabia. This is Friday Night Smackdown on Fox, sponsored by Progressive, a triple threat of protection with home, auto, and more.
I'm on my own.
Alright, we're starting with Bianca.
They hear me roar, and now I see that I'm way better than before. I never needed you.
The following is a quarterfinals match in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Introducing first from Knoxville, Tennessee, she is one half of
Bianca
the WWE
and
Women's
Tiffany
Tag Team
Stratton.
Champions.
Wade, I've got to ask you, is there anything in this world that Bianca Belair cannot do and do well? She's already half of the women's tag team champions, the first overall pick in the 2024 draft, and perhaps our next Queen of the Ring.
Well, Bianca Belair clearly has an insatiable hunger to achieve more and more and more. I'm not sure when she will ever hit that limit, but I'm enjoying the show in the meantime.
No, Tiffy Diamond's still getting a big pop.
And her opponent from Prior Lake, Minnesota, Tiffany Stratton.
Wade, Tiffany Stratton, a young lady who many members in the WWE Universe find to be borderline intolerable. How bad do you think it could be if Stratton becomes Queen of the Ring?
Well, she's arrogant, she's conceited, self-centered.
I don't care what anyone says. Tiffany is
really
over.
good when it comes to professional wrestling, as she's proven over the past couple of years in NXT and now here on SmackDown. And yeah, I guarantee you that, Corey. Stratton becomes Queen of the Ring, we will never hear the end of it.
Let's take a look at our Queen of the Ring brackets and how we arrived at this point. Tiffany Stratton getting the best of Mi Chin and Bianca Belair getting past Candice LeRae.
I think this comes down, in all actuality, this will come down to Tiffany Stratton and
head to Jeddah, Saudi
Jade
Arabia
Cargill.
for the King and Queen of the Ring premium live event 1 week from tomorrow.
Tiffany time. Listen at him.
Listen, Corey, this
I
is
don't
too
care what
good
anyone
for me.
says.
Are the
Tiffany
two
Stratton
best
is
athletes
so
in the
over
entire
right
women's
now,
division,
man.
and that is really saying something. The interesting thing is they may be equals in terms of athleticism. That is their main advantage in every match they ever have. Well, in this case, it's completely neutralized.
And I would imagine that's almost unfamiliar territory for Bianca Belair, who has not really had a physical equal since her arrival in
Here we
WWE.
go.
Yeah, but enter the Olympic-level gymnast, Tiffany Stratton. Throwing
Good
everything at
Lord.
Belair from the word go.
Tiffany Stratton seemingly extremely confident in the early moments of this matchup, and that could be Stratton's best weapon, not buying into the aura of the EST.
There we go.
Yeah, a lot of times the EST
God,
has
what a
women
right.
beat before the bell
Kenneth
rings,
Mann,
but not
welcome.
in this case. Tiffany Stratton believes she is the best on the planet, bar none, regardless of resume or experience.
First, we take a look back at Tiffany Stratton utilizing the braid to rip Belair off of her feet. The cover at the top of your screen momentarily. And Stratton capitalized, but here comes Belair. Of course, we've got Bianca's tag team partner, her tag team championship partner, Jade Cargill, in action tonight against Nia Jax.
Cannot wait for that.
Belair having a little bit of fun at the expense of the center of the universe.
Oh.
Great athleticism by Belair, and Stratton a step ahead.
These two women so
Off
well
the hair.
matched up. It may well come down to a mental battle between these two. Who can outfox the other? Because physically, they are a complete match.
I agree with you, Wade. I think this could come down to which of these two superstars makes the first mistake.
EST. EST. It seems like it's back and forth
Trying to rally behind
at the
Bianca
moment.
Belair.
Oh.
Gut buster by Bianca.
Big cut buster.
Oh, Wade, notice Belair favoring
That
her
knee
left
is still
which
bothering her.
presented a bit of a problem in her matchup last week with Candice LeRae. Belair fighting through the pain. Moonsault
Beautiful
connects.
moonsault.
Cover.
1, 2. She didn't get all that moonsault. She did not get all that moonsault.
I brought it up with Bianca earlier today. She said it will not be an issue at all tonight. However, clearly moving quite gingerly at the moment.
Big spear. Big spear. There it was. 1. And I'm be giving the 1, 2,
Now it's Bianca
3.
Belair
Oh.
raining down heavy
Nope.
rights on Stratton, who escapes and again looks to use the braid of Belair.
When you try to use the braid, there it is.
Old-fashioned
Face
tug of
straight
war
into
that
the daggone
EST1.
turnbuckle.
Stratton gets a face full of turnbuckle for her troubles. And the EST giving chase, but again, Stratton utilizing the braid.
Oh. Oh.
And Bianca's leg caught in the
Ah.
ropes.
Caught the
This could prove
knee.
catastrophic for the
Oh my
EST's Queen
gosh.
of the Ring dreams.
Yeah, twisting that previously damaged knee in a horrible fashion. It wasn't playing up earlier today. It certainly is now, and that is a game-changer.
See, there is
moment
someone
in this
dressed
match.
in the full Fiend outfit in the
Stratton
front
in
row.
complete control. Is the EST outgunned tonight?
so far, Tiffany Stratton is on top of it at the moment. I mean, let's just be honest, she's doing her thing. But with that being said, I swear. But with that being said, hope everyone had a fabulous Friday. Hope you got a great weekend planned ahead of you. Of course, this is our SmackDown Live watch along. What are y'all looking forward to tonight? I know for me, I'm looking forward to more Uncle Howdy stuff. I'm looking forward to all of these King and Queen of the Ring matches. I know there's gonna be so much hidden stuff that we just don't see coming. At least I hope so. I do believe Matt Tassick, from what I know, is gonna be helping us out with that at the moment. We're still trying to get all that worked out. But we're gonna see what we can get done. We're most definitely gonna try to have someone watching over everything, making sure it's going smoothly for us. If not, we will, of course, do a recap video or a recap live. But at the moment, the idea is to have someone helping out. Have y'all been keeping up with social media about the Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins stuff? Right now, it's crazy what they're doing. They are somehow Angelo Dawkins and Montez somehow posted something crazy. Wow, back quick.
The ring quarterfinals matchup as the EST Bianca Belair goes one-on-one with Tiffany Stratton. We noticed the knee of Belair giving her some issues before the commercial break.
That's a wild submission.
Tiffany Stratton continued her onslaught.
Yeah, smashing that previously damaged left knee around the turnbuckle. Now listen, you heard Belair screaming there. How many years have we been watching Belair? You can count on one hand. You've heard that kind of pain coming from Belair, who is still in agony. Just about.
Barely got it, my goodness.
Causing the hold to break, but back into the fire. Immediately on the attack is Stratton.
A great deal of damage can be done to a knee in a matter of moments, and Bianca has sustained a great deal of punishment. With the EST able to create a little separation, kicking Stratton all the way to the floor.
Oh, Lord.
Can she follow it up? That's the question. I'm not even sure Belair can stand up at this point. It has been a tactical masterclass from Tiffany Stratton.
Belair not familiar with the meaning of the word quit, trying to fight through the pain to advance in the Queen of the Ring tournament. But Wade, you have to wonder if Bianca does somehow get past Stratton, will this knee play a factor as the
I
tournament
think
progresses?
it's going to.
Bianca Belair is
Oh, well, never
determined
mind.
as they come. She won't be thinking about that right now. The task in hand is survive this matchup. And it is becoming increasingly difficult to see how Belair can win this.
Bounce her right off that turnbuckle, boy.
Here
Face
comes
it all.
Stratton, Belair out of the way. And this is what Tiffany wanted to avoid.
Ow.
Belair now looking to build some momentum.
Think.
Fall away slam on essentially one
Big
good
fall
leg.
away
It's
slam.
ludicrous when you try and power moves at this point in a match when you've got one good leg, but somehow
Whoop.
the
Nope.
EST temporarily at least pulling that off.
Stratton out the back door for the moment, but eats an elbow from Bianca. Stratton staggers to the corner and a big forearm.
And this is really where experience comes into play for Belair. A lesser experienced competitor. Ooh.
Big spine buster. Beautiful.
Cover here by Bianca.
1, 2.
And Stratton kicks out.
Belair has been in
Barely
this kind of
kicks
deep
out.
water before. It's about as deep as it gets for her. Such is the desire to progress here and ultimately become the queen of the ring. She's going to keep on fighting.
Listen, Bianca realizes the responsibility that comes with being the #1 overall pick in this year's WWE draft. Bianca takes great pride in that. On
Over
her
the
shoulders down.
knee missed.
Wants to represent the WWE Universe in the strongest way possible. Double underhook. Up we go.
Nope.
Great counter
Roll
by
up.
Stratton. Shoulders
1,
down. Tiffany's
2,
gonna head to the next round.
1,
Countered by
2.
Belair.
Knee is still bothering her. Ooh.
And a
Damn,
sickening
right.
thud with the forearm.
I was going for the KOD.
Bianca has Stratton up.
Nope.
KOD, but
I think the knee gave out. It did.
able to avoid the impact.
There we go.
Level gymnastic skills
Ah.
of Stratton, keeping her in the fight for now.
There's the stomp.
Double stomp into the cover.
1, 2. No, not like that. Not like that.
He's hurting in a big way, as is Bianca Belair, and here's why. That is the prize at stake. This is a quarter-final matchup.
Let's
Only
go.
one of these women can
Tiffany's doing
progress.
great at the moment.
The WWE King and Queen of the Ring takes place 1 week from tomorrow, streaming live on Peacock.
What an out-and-out war this has turned out to be.
Did you expect anything less bad news?
I was hoping for exactly what we're getting. What a way to kick
We
things
go.
off.
Oh.
Utilizing her otherworldly athleticism to no avail.
Oh.
By Belair.
Oh.
Big
Flipped
German
her all the
suplex,
way
scrambling into
through.
the cover is Bianca.
1, 2. No.
And
No,
Stratton
it's still not gonna happen. Let's go.
Mark written on the face of Belair. Here is why a one-leg Belair explosively hurling the body of Tiffany Stratton around the ring.
That is just raw power.
Tiffany
Nothing
Tom
fancy from
is
the EST.
exploding.
She's able to pop her hips, even with one good wheel to execute the suplex, but it wasn't enough to shut Stratton down.
This is one hell of a match to
WWE
start with.
Universe tonight in Jacksonville showing their appreciation for both of these superstars. Belair trying to drag Tiffany back into the center of the ring.
Tiffany clinging on for dear life.
Stratton went to the eyes.
Yeah, clawed in the
Beautiful
eyeball.
eye rake.
Defenseless now is Belair. Oh,
And there goes the knee. Wow.
A big sliding clothesline. Belair is stacked.
1,
Leg hook.
2, ooh.
And Belair kicks out.
Oh my gosh, what barely a kick out.
You can see the frustration on the face of the center of the universe. Stratton believes she
Hit her with
should
that
have
eye
she
rake
should be
and it
one
still
step
didn't
closer.
work.
Corey.
Ooh.
One of the prettiest moonsault ever.
Wow.
Bounces Belair, take two on the KO.
They're gonna give it to.
One good leg.
There it is. Wow. Okay. Did not see Bianca making it to the semifinals.
The WWE Women's Tag Team titles were not on the line tonight. But to say this performance from Belair was anything short of championship worthy would not be correct. A KOD, Belair able to fight through the pain and topple a very, very game Tiffany Stratton. Belair advances in the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Yeah, two out-and-out, pure, thoroughbred athletes delivering everything you could have possibly hoped for a man. I sincerely hope we see those two do battle again in the future.
Well, I want to send it up to Kathy Kelly, who's mid-ring with the EST.
So we're gonna see Jade and Bianca.
Bianca, congratulations on advancing to the semifinals.
That'd be crazy
Now,
if
do
they
you
push
foresee
that.
your knee being an issue moving forward?
Now, I'm not going to lie, my knee is not 100%. But I didn't become the EST by making excuses. I show up and I show out every single time. I am the strongest, the roughest, the toughest, the quickest, the greatest, the best. And next week, they saying it for me next week. Injury or not, nothing is stopping me from becoming Queen of the Ring.
Well, I'll tell you this, Corey. As great as the EST Bianca Belair is, whoever she ends up facing in the semi-finals, and we will find out who that is later on tonight, has to be licking their chops after witnessing the damage to that knee.
We are all left wondering what is next for the EST. What does the future look like in the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments? One superstar, however, who isn't worried about what's next because he already has his answer, our undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Let's take a look in our Progressive Match Flow.
Match Flow is sponsored by Progressive, a triple threat of protection with home, auto, and more.
Cody, your next challenger has been determined.
The United States champion, Logan Paul.
So, Logan Paul, I think I know what you want to talk about. Main eventing the King and Queen of the Ring in a champion versus champion match. 3 years ago at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes and I debuted on the same night. And since then, I have been the rocket fuel for the spaceship that is WWE. I am the longest reigning champion. I am the greatest attraction in this company. And I am a superstar. So what do I want to talk about, Cody? How about this? Me knocking you out and pinning you on top
I think it's
of
gonna be
my logo
interesting.
and walking out of Saudi Arabia as the WWE Undisputed Champion. I bet a lot of people stand across from you and assume,
Cody
what a
smacks him.
dumbass.
Something.
I'm not gonna call you a podcaster, an outsider. I'm not gonna pretend that this is a fad for you. I've actually gotten a sense of who Logan Paul really is. I am not done. You are disrespectful, self-centered, delusional. You cannot go a single match without grabbing those brass knucks. And you're out here taking credit for something that doesn't belong to you, doesn't belong to me. This right here, it's a team. And at the Queen and King of the Ring, you are going to find out where you stand on that team.
We're getting the contract signing next. There's old Logan Paul.
Yeah, make sure you tell him that I said it. Logan, right this way. See you, champ.
I could see David him doing something like that, honestly. Just because it is Logan. He always likes to have that last uh little say. But I don't know. I don't know if they will. They may end up having that happen the Friday before. Or they may even do it, like you said, tonight. Who knows? I know. Well, I'm looking forward to anything Uncle Howdy. The whole show tonight is stacked. Every match is a stacked style match. But when it comes to this Uncle Howdy stuff, especially after stuff yesterday, it is extremely interesting. David, did you happen to catch the Uncle Howdy stuff yesterday? Also, I do believe that they just hinted towards LA Knight and Logan Paul at possibly SummerSlam. I could be wrong. But that'd be fine for me. Give LA Knight a title finally.
Celebration of Military Appreciation Month and in support of the USO, WWE Superstars spent the day with service members at Naval Station Mayport in Jacksonville.
They seem like big fans of us, just like we're big fans of them. I know that for the crew, seeing things like this is super important.
WWE has stood by the men and women of the U.S. military for decades.
It's always amazing to give these individuals the appreciation that they solely deserve.
Join WWE and the USO in honoring our troops.
WWE is proud to celebrate Military Appreciation Month this May with our partners at USO. Tonight we're joined by members of the USO Naval Air Station here in Jacksonville. To learn more about how you can celebrate Military Appreciation Month and support the USO, visit USO.org. Send it backstage to Byron Saxton.
All right, Byron, what you got for us?
I'm standing by with one half of the women's tag team champions, Jade Cargill and Jade. Tonight, you take on Nia Jax in the quarterfinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. How are you preparing for someone who is so dominant?
I heard all about Nia. She's one of our best, a beast, the irresistible force. But to Jade Cargill, she's just in my way.
Oh, what's up, bitch? What's up?
Congratulations, great match.
Thank you. Girl, that match was tough, but it was worth putting a little Tiffy and Tiffy time out because I straight clocked her.
And what time is it?
Time to go night-night.
Night-night. No, for real. How's your knee?
Oh, don't worry. It'll be fine next week if I have to stand in the ring across from you.
Okay, girl. Let's just take it one match at a time.
All right. Go do your thing.
Well, tonight's Friday Night
That's
Smackdown
probably
on
gonna be
Fox
a match.
is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance.
Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, two WWE reigning tag team champs who have faced each other previously. We might get something similar in Belair and Cargill if they meet in the next round of the Queen of the Ring.
Could be a little bit of controversy on our hands as the tournament progresses. But speaking of controversy, bad news, for the past several weeks, we've been left with questions week after week as to who, in fact, is running things within the rapidly evolving bloodline. Well, last week, we got our answer.
Didn't know what he's about to give us.
You haven't spoken to Roman since he lost our title at WrestleMania, right?
The fact that he calls it our title is crazy.
Well, I have. I've spoken to him. And until he comes back, I'm in charge of the bloodline. I call the shots. And you will be my wise man. My orders.
God,
of the tribal chief.
That's just...
I love you. I love you, wise man.
He is just like a wild animal. Oh, Solo got a haircut.
Time to go.
Yeah.
Solo, have you talked to him today?
All the time, wise man. All the time.
Lying, Paul.
I'm here with LA Knight, who is moments away from his quarterfinals match in the King of the Ring tournament against Tama Tonga. Now, LA, how are you feeling heading into tonight?
You ain't got to ask me all these personal questions. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
You talk about King of the Ring, you talk about Tama Tonga, you talk about the Bloodline. Bloodline ain't looking quite like they used to. I don't know half these guys, but old Tommy Tonga, I tell you what, tonight you can get yourself introduced to a BFT, and then I'll move on and introduce my head to that crown at King of the Ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey,
Oh.
look, man, I just wanted to give you the opportunity to welcome me to SmackDown. Considering the fact that I was a first-round draft pick, no big deal. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, hey, you know what? You're right. That is a big deal. I'm thinking about it now, and I don't know if I agree with this necessarily, but a lot of people look at me and they say there's certain things about you that reminds me of Tom Brady. And I say, okay, maybe you're right, but let's say that is right. Who was the first draft pick the year Tom Brady was selected? Yeah, I don't know his name either. That's your first mistake. The second is looking past Randy Orton.
No. Okay, since we're talking about sellouts, after tonight, the most important letters in WWE won't be RKO. They'll be HIM.
Oh, look at that. Look who won the spelling bee. With nobody saying, because nobody's going to say that stupid crap. I tell you what, you want to hear something? You want to hear something for real? How about this? With everybody saying.
Yeah.
Now go play somewhere. I'm busy.
Oh, shit. Them two going back and forth on the mic.
Carmelo Hayes versus Randy Orton still to come tonight. But boy, does LA Knight have his hands full.
I don't care what anyone says. Tama Tonga's entrance, it hits. I'm not gonna lie, it hits.
accompanied by WWE Hall of Famer, the Wise Man Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and Tangaloa, Tama Tonga.
Yeah.
Wade, far be it from me to question the parental skills of one Haku. But it seems as though Haku didn't spend their upbringing teaching his sons morals. He taught them how to hurt people. And that's what Tama Tonga does best. Tama will have the opportunity to take out the megastar in the King of the Ring quarterfinals matchup. One-on-one, live, next.
Dude, I'm telling you what. If you can't get behind LA Knight and Carmelo Hayes having a feud at one point, you're crazy. That was beautiful. Alright, chat. So, who do we got winning this one? Is it going to be Tama Tonga? Or we're going to see LA Knight qualify and continue on? I think, and here's my opinion, and my opinion, of course, is always different. Unfortunately, Tama Tonga will win unless you have the Street Profits come out and intervene some way. But of course, still enjoying that LA Knight moment. That's one of the better backstage segments he's had in a while. Go.
NASCAR returns to North Wilkesboro Speedway for the 2024 All-Star Race, where the biggest stars in racing battle it out for $1 million. The All-Star Open begins at 5 p.m. Eastern, with the race going down at 8 Eastern, Sunday on FS1.
Yep.
And SmackDown is sponsored in part by C4 Energy, the official energy drink of WWE. Available anywhere energy is sold. Shop the newest flavor, Nectarine Guava Knockout, exclusively at Circle K.
I certainly hope LA Knight's loaded up on C4 because he's going to need unlimited energy to take down Tama Tonga of the Bloodline.
Here we go.
And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 240 pounds, L.A. Knight.
Well, this has to be the people's choice for 2024 King of the Ring. The megastar has landed.
LA Knight definitely has his eyes fixed on the crown, but the path will not get any easier for the megastar this evening.
Nope. This is going to be his biggest test. Yeah.
LA Knight, of course, getting past Santos Escobar in the first round. Tama Tonga knocking off Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits. We are moments away from this quarterfinal matchup, the first of two.
We gotta be making sure we also watch out for anything else.
Take another look at the intimidating Tama Tonga. What was that you said about a fan favorite? Bad news?
Yeah, I know the people pretty well. They're like me. They love the megastar. But I'll tell you this, you mentioned Haku a little earlier. Formerly King Haku. That's some royal blood that has gone into Tama Tonga.
Oh,
we see a
right hand, right hand, right hand.
Tama off of the opening bell, rushing at LA Knight, but Knight was prepared, and now the megastar bringing the fight to Tama Tonga, who escapes out the back. The sleeper hold applied. This could be over sooner than later for LA Knight, much to the chagrin of the WWE Universe tonight in Jacksonville.
And if you see your opponent warming up with guttural, animalistic growls, panic mode has to kick in. And then you see this mob on the outside.
Got the shot collar on the outside, Solo Sikoa.
Oh, it was.
Brother of Tama Tonga. Tama just nearly took Knight's head clean off with a clothesline. I mentioned it before, not to insult Haku's parenting, but he didn't really
We want Roman.
Well, this
We want Roman.
calling that Tama Tonga is nothing but a reckless, uncontrolled fuck. And he has been a highly effective addition to the bloodline.
I would say what Tama Tonga lacks in civility, he more than compensates with relentlessness.
Well, hats off to the apparent interim leader of the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, for drafting in the reinforcements. The Bloodline at one point after WrestleMania looked like they may have been in a dead... Whoa!
There you go, up and over.
But have recovered magnificently.
Well, Tama Tonga launched into the lights, courtesy of L.A. Knight. You can almost feel Knight's confidence growing as this match progresses. He inches ever closer to the king of the ring crown.
I mean, just stop.
Do not take your eyes off the sharks on the outside of this ring, however. The mere presence, and here we go, Corey.
Solo Sikoa, the man who's calling the shots
Come
for
on.
the bloodline.
This is where
on the other side. LA Knight's attention understandably split. You've got so many lethal competitors surrounding you, but LA Knight needs to focus on Tama Tonga.
Damn it. I was gonna say that's where
Well, the actions of the bloodline at ringside
the
have
Street
not been
Profits need to
illegal,
come
but
out.
what a
Hopefully
handicap it has been
help
on
save
the
this.
megastar in this matchup. The mere presence of the bloodline is that big a threat.
You got a competitor with a motor like Tama Tonga, who is relentless, who is ruthless, who continues to soldier forward. Oh my God, case in point. Even LA Knight struggling to solve Tama Tonga. Can the megastar get back in this, or is it bloodline rules again?
That's a good point. Can he get back into it at this rate? I mean, all right. So, with Tama Tonga and LA Knight currently going at it, I could like I keep saying this. I keep saying the Street Profits, and the reason I'm saying the Street Profits can help him was last week we seen the Street Profits Angelo Dawkins actually lose due to the fact Montez and cost them the match. So all them being out there, I could easily see them come out and help LA Knight win his match. But of course, we are on our second qualifying match of the night. We still got Nia and Jade. And then, of course, Randy and Carmelo. And I assume Carmelo and Randy will be our main event.
Arena in Jacksonville, Florida. This is a King of the Ring quarterfinals match as the megastar LA Knight tries desperately to fight his way back into this encounter with Tama Tonga of the Bloodline.
And ever since the Bloodline got involved in this matchup, it has simply all been about Tama Tonga. Complete control, the butcher of the Bloodline.
I'm glad we're actually getting to see Tama Tonga do some actual in-ring wrestling more than what we've seen last week.
Wait, I know you're about as big of an LA Knight fan as anyone walking the earth. How does Knight get back into this fight? Can LA Knight get back into this fight?
You're almost dealing with an impossibility due to the personnel at ringside. We really haven't seen that much of Tama Tonga. What I've seen, I have been beyond impressed with him. But you question, how on earth can you find a window? Oh! Well, that might be it, Corey.
Flashed and missed.
LA Knight out of the way just in time.
LA Knight looks like he is bleeding there on the shoulder.
Still soldiering forward, but here comes the megastar.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so not only is the Fiend sitting in the front row, there's now a Sister Abigail. At least that's what it looks like. Yeah.
That's a crossbody by Knight. Tama Tonga out of sorts for the first time in this matchup.
Well, Knight needs to try
up and over, let's go.
As quickly as possible, but with Tama Tonga on the outside, that seems unlikely.
The LA Knight doing the right thing here by continuing to pour on the punishment, deliver an onslaught of offense.
Yeah.
For this maniacal Tongan.
With every shot that LA Knight gives to Tama Tonga, understandably, he has to stare over at the Bloodline to make sure they're not encroaching.
You can see Tonga Loa wincing every time.
Tonga Loa looks like he's ready to pounce.
With the ring apron. The brother of Tama Tonga eager to inflict some punishment of his own on LA Knight.
Tonga Loa is the muscle of this new format of the Bloodline.
Oh, there it is. Power slam.
He can do to help right now.
Elbow.
LA Knight picking up the pieces, putting them back together, and Knight could be on the precipice of a win. The MFT Tama Tonga down in the center of the ring. LA Knight lining it up. Could we be in for a BFT?
Nope.
Wounds of war all over the body of LA Knight. Finish this quick, megastar.
Tonga Loa coming to the aid of his brother.
Go! Ow!
Knight drop kicking Tonga Loa into the announce desk.
Get your ass up! Come on up and do it. Back it up, Solo. Come on up and do it. Right there.
No shortage of bad blood between Solo Sikoa and the megastar LA Knight, but keep your eyes on Tama Tonga.
Oh, good Lord. There it is.
Just ended this. LA Knight down. Tonga hooks the leg. Tama Tonga is going to the next round.
Here is your winner, Tama Tonga.
Bodies like sheep to the rhythm of Tama Tonga's war drum.
I simply cannot compliment the interim leader of the Bloodline enough. LA Knight was goading Solo Sikoa into punching him. Had Solo taken the bait, Tama Tonga would have been disqualified. No can do. That's great leadership from Solo Sikoa.
Wait, look. Well, I was about to draw attention to Paul Heyman as we take a look at the closing moments. Nothing pretty about that. Just a face full of canvas for LA Knight. And this maniac, Tama Tonga, has punched his ticket to the next round, to the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament. Who will oppose Tonga? Will it be Orton? Will it be Hayes? We'll get our answer tonight.
Heyman, the ice has thinned under Heyman lately, but we're not slowing down because it's champion versus
Heyman looks
champion
like
and king and queen of the
he's a
ring
little
this
upset.
Saturday. But first up, Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul must meet face to face to sign the contract, and that is coming up next right here on SmackDown.
You're calling. Some people find.
Okay. We're getting the contract signing next. Okay. Well, it is already halfway through the show, so that makes sense. I do believe what we're going to end up seeing is, unfortunately, Jay and Tama Tonga, because they want to continue to build that. And then that could be I think that's where we could see Jimmy come back. I'm not sure. Matt commented, Matt. What's up, Matt? Matt said Matt. That's crazy. Actually, if I get that right, Matt said Matt. I hope you had a great Friday. Hope you're gonna have a great weekend. Matt, did you agree with the Tama Tonga aspect of winning tonight? Oh.
In case you've been living under a rock.
Oh, I haven't been living under a rock. So,
Once again, WWE is on fire right now.
Huge fire.
And next year, we're bringing the show of shows to Las Vegas. Mania in the entertainment capital of the world. Only question is, are you ready?
Experience the very best WrestleMania 41 has to offer with an official WWE Priority Pass from On Location. Place your deposit today to secure premium seating, free show hospitality, interactions with your favorite WWE superstars, and so much more. Head to onlocationexp.com/WWE for details.
I'm perfectly fine. It's just a little brush burn. You're talking about three guys on one, three savages out there on one.
Couldn't get the job done. You still talking? That's cool, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, whoa, back it up.
Why don't you shut your stupid mouth?
Back it up.
I thought you watched my match. I'll take a front row seat.
You go that way. You go that way and you go that way.
Good luck.
I'm telling you.
Good luck,
that
dude.
way. Get out of here. Back it up.
Obviously, somebody is worried about me. You keep coming knocking my door. Come on and knock this door, because I got something for you. Yeah. See how that works. Yeah.
Back it up. Go. Break it up. Back it up.
Come on, Jamie, get him out of here. Back it up. Look at him.
Just back it up.
He keeps coming to me.
Tempers are flaring.
Barnes up to what? That not about swung on old Noble.
Sponsored by Progressive. And our general manager, Nick Aldis, is mid-ring to prepare for this champion versus champion contract signing.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, allow me to introduce one half of the King and Queen of the Ring main event. The United States Champion, Logan Paul.
Certainly a less than favorable response from the Jacksonville WWE Universe for our United States Champion, but Wade, you can't help but admit, Logan Paul may be a
Who the
rough
fuck
around the
does
edges,
he got
may be a
with
bit
him?
abrasive, but the United States Champion is the real deal.
Yeah, what did he call himself last week? The rocket fuel that propels the WWE spaceship, or something to
Does
that
Logan Paul have a
effect.
lawyer
I've
out
got to
here
agree
with him?
on that. Since Logan Paul hit the scene a couple of years ago, WWE has gone from strength to strength, in large part because of the additional eyeballs that this man, his entourage, and his natural star appeal brings to the show.
Well, Logan Paul has the opportunity to continue his upward trajectory 1 week from tomorrow at King and Queen of the Ring in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, as Cody Rhodes defends his undisputed WWE champion against Logan Paul, who defends his WWE United States Championship. It's champion versus champion.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undisputed WWE Champion,
Cody Rhodes.
Wrestling has become a royal family.
Gotta get in on the action. Cody is truly for the people. Beautiful.
Wade, you remember when this arena used to have a roof on it?
I remember when people used to use the seats in this arena too, Corey.
This is electric. What an ovation for the American Nightmare. So,
Oh.
Jacksonville, what do you guys want to talk about? Oh, I love this place. Y'all know that. You know, it's brought to my attention, and I want to ask you, on this day, 32 years ago, on this day, Logan, do you have any idea what happened on these grounds with which we sit right now? I didn't expect you to. Don't think you were born yet. But the reason I know, and the reason for you not knowing is important. See, 32 years ago to the day, right here in Jacksonville, Florida, was War Games 1992.
Yeah.
There's a Stinger Squadron against the Dangerous Alliance. It is widely considered the best War Games match of all time. Again, the reason that I know this is because just like this lady with the "My Dogs Love to Wrestle" sign, just like my friend all the way at the tippy top up there, just like you shouting out the answer. Oh, see, the reason I know all this, Logan, is because, like them, I am a fan of professional wrestling. I am a fan of what I do.
Yeah. That he is.
And you're not a fan. The only way I know how to describe you is a tourist. You're passing through. You're making viral memories, and I think it is time to get off the train. I think it is time, when you do get off the train, to drop that United States Championship, making me, for the first time ever in my career, Cody Rhodes, a WWE Grand Slam champion.
He'll be Grand Slam champion under the new format.
Cody, you're saying the same thing that the last guy said, and the same thing that the guy said before him. I've heard. We've heard it. I don't understand what you're doing. You stalling right now? Because I didn't come here to listen to you talk, Cody Rhodes. I came here to sign a contract.
Okay.
I came here to sign a contract to wrestle you, Cody.
Yeah. Put him out the daggone place. There you go, the You Suck chants are live. Live and loud.
What a horrible crowd.
It's a beautiful thing.
I'm going to do what I came here to do. Let's sign a contract, Cody. No, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the contract here. It all looks, look, it's all here. It's all here. There's just one little thing here. You know, I can read, and I'll tell you what that contract said. Not what I agreed to. See, I agreed to wrestle Cody Rhodes at King and Queen of the Ring PLE for the undisputed WWE Championship only.
Yep.
I did not agree to put my title on the line, and I figured y'all would pull something like this, so I had my litigator, Jim Guillory, one of the best lawyers in the country, draw up a contract that we made. So look, this one looks good to me. Here's the bottom line, Cody. Your contract is on the line, mine isn't. Nick, get this done. Come on, Nick, do your job. Have Cody sign the contract. It's executed. It's done.
You know what, Logan? I've had just about enough of you and your broccoli-haired entourage. This isn't what we agreed to. This isn't what we agreed to in my office. I know it, you know it, your lawyer knows it. It's bad business, it's unprofessional, and I won't stand for it.
Damn.
Excuse me, are you threatening my client? Okay. Hold up, Nick. I've known you for a long time. I know what happens when you get angry. Listen, SmackDown is an outstanding job. Don't let anyone convince you that you're not doing a great job. You're doing a great job. They put us all on the spot here. Do me a favor. Let me and Logan, let me finish up the paperwork here, and I'll bring it by your office. Let us have the ring, and I'll take care of this. I'll relieve you of this situation for the evening. Thank you very much, Nick. It's all good. I got it.
Hey, Jacksonville, here's the hard truth. I signed the contract. It's done. The match is made. I got some news for you. You might not like it. Cody Rhodes has not done anything to deserve a shot at my United States Championship.
Oh, Lord. Good Lord have mercy.
For real, Cody, what have you done? Because I have proven every single time that I'm in this ring that I am worthy of every title in this industry. You can't say the same. So, like my brother Jake Paul's next say, sign the contract, big boy.
Well, he just made fun of fucking Mike Tyson.
Let me tell you something, you fly-by-night human hat rack. Here's the situation.
Fly by night.
The honeymoon with you is over. I've seen you do a flip. Whoop-de-doo. After our match at King and Queen of the Ring, you will find out exactly who Logan Paul is on the inside. And you mentioned Mike Tyson. Good, because in 8 days, a WWE Hall of Famer is going to knock your brother out. And in Saudi Arabia, a future WWE Hall of Famer is going to beat you. So you want me to sign the contract? Is that what you want?
It was.
Shot, and the United States champion sent to the floor. Cody Rhodes is on a rampage.
Hey, give him a crossroads. Give that goon a crossroads. Oh no. Don't give him a damn powerbomb.
Certainly some dishonorable business practices executed by the United States champion Logan Paul's title off the line at King and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, you did.
But one thing remains. Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes showdown 1 week from Saturday. Let's send it backstage to our very own Kathy Kelly.
Logan's a little hated.
Thanks, Corey. I'm here with the irresistible force, Nia Jax. And Nia, earlier tonight we heard from Jade Cargill. What is your response to it?
Kathy, just stop it. Of course Jade has to hype herself up. You hear all these things. Jade is so strong. And she is. Jade is so impressive. And she is. Jade is going to be the queen of the ring. And she is. Not. Jade Cargill is not going to be the queen of the ring. Nia Jax will be your new queen of the ring.
The following is a quarterfinals match in the Queen of the Ring tournament.
I could easily see not doing it.
From San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
A cold
He did defeat
declaration
Naomi.
ago from the irresistible force, Nia Jax declaring she will be the queen of the ring. But Nia's got to get past Jade Cargill first.
Rated T for Teen.
Hey, look at all CM Punk packs. I'll tell you what, these Mattel action figure characters, they are something else when it comes to the WWE 2K24. So I do believe now with them writing themselves out per se, as I just got a notification from the old Shredder. They saved themselves, as what he said. Chris Leclerc. Do believe I said that right. I apologize if not. Bianca versus Jade, 100%. Absolutely will happen. I do believe, unless Nia just decides she's gonna win. Just like Titan Shredder just said in chat, or he said that they're probably gonna put the US title on LA Knight, which is a good possibility. We seen them tease that earlier. So I could easily see that now as an option plan. I think due to the pop that LA Knight got when he confronted Logan when he came out of the Nick Aldis's locker room. Nia Jax versus Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship at King and Queen of the Ring. That's a good possibility. They would have to build it tonight. I don't think they've built that enough because of the fact it would have already had to have been pushed, if that makes sense.
Fox as the push for the playoffs is underway.
I mean, we've seen her attack her,
take on the Michigan
100%.
Panthers. Then on Sunday, the Arlington Renegades.
But we
Now
haven't
the
seen
San
anything
Antonio
else
Brahmas.
on that
All on
aspect.
Fox and the Fox Sports app. And this is a Queen of the Ring quarterfinals matchup.
Jordan, Kirby, Logan ain't winning. No. It'll be a no contest, count out. That might be where we see the Uncle Howdy Wyatt 6 group show up. And that match just be fought out. That's what I would like to see. Something like that. Because there's no way we're putting that belt on him. Not yet. Let's just be honest.
Vero Beach, Florida. She is one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Jade Cargill.
Guess we're keeping up with the big numbers.
Jade would love to advance past this matchup and step into the ring.
994 days combined. Is that how many times she's had it all together?
But with that said, Jade Cargill
Like,
has
through
the
each one of her title reigns? So that's wild.
The irresistible force, Nia Jax, who has been on an absolute
We
tear
go.
since arriving on Friday Night Smackdown.
Yes, she has, but hats off to Cargill. She passed a massive physical test last week in the form of Piper Niven to get herself through to this quarter final. However, you're right, Corey, I have to agree. Nia Jax is a completely new level of brute force.
Nia had an encounter with Jade Cargill in this year's Royal Rumble match that left Nia Jax, quite frankly, humiliated. Nia looking to serve up a little vengeance
Here we go.
tonight in this Queen of the Ring quarterfinals matchup. Not only is Nia Jax not buying into the hype train behind Jade Cargill, Nia wants to derail the entire train. And Jax with 2 displays of power off the opening bell, nobody home.
Nia, she's got the shit.
Oh,
I mean, she got her off the ground and gave her a damn spine buster. There we go. There it is.
oh my goodness, look at Nia!
Oh.
Just imposing her will on Jade.
Jade Cargill really not used to being thrown around like this.
Your mom sucks.
God.
Too far. Nia
Oh, yeah, that's a super kick for your time.
Daughter. And Cargill gonna make Jax pay.
Jade Cargill's daughter is braver than
Hell
most,
yeah.
and now she's getting a ringside seat to see mommy get beaten up.
If you had those genetics, would you not be braver than you are? Because I know I would.
Not in the face of Nia Jax, that's for sure.
Nia looking to finish the task, and again, Jax sent spilling to the outside.
Got a fired up mommy coming after Nia Jax. Oh.
Face first off our announce table goes Nia Jax. Jade now.
I mean, you got in her daughter's face and told her mom sucks. It makes sense.
Here comes Cargill.
Ooh,
no
shit.
way home.
Both women
She
going
didn't
hell
move.
for leather from
Damn.
the word go, completely ignoring the official.
All right, here we go.
You can see the look in Nia's eyes. That is a woman who means business. That is a woman who wants the throne, who wants the crown, and is going to stop at absolutely nothing to get it. What is Nia thinking?
Nia is rearranging
This is absolute bedlam at ringside.
Jax rearranging the furniture here at ringside. And has a steel chair. Nia's going to get herself disqualified.
Oh, it still hit her, but there it is.
But that's going to cause a disqualification.
Oh, shit. Jade's temper cost her the match.
I understand Jade Cargill being beside herself with anger.
Got herself eliminated from the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Ew, Jade's busted open.
These two women may flatten the entire town of Jacksonville.
Get some security out here.
Oh God! Both women.
Oh yeah, this ain't over. By no means.
Nia Jax and Jade Cargill. This is a female kaiju fight on SmackDown. My God!
Now the referee's finally trying to do his job and separate these
two. Shit.
The hell with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's bleeding like a motherfucker. I mean, my God. Just another bullshit chance of taking over SmackDown.
Thank God, here come the parade of zebras. The officials coming out
the parade of zebras.
Do anything. Nia Jax and Jade.
A highly enraged Jade Cargill at that.
But look at Nia Jax grinning from ear to ear. It didn't go according to plan, but the desired result was achieved for Jax.
Oh shit.
There's multiple ways you can beat people. Nia Jax was the smart veteran.
Alright, this one definitely ain't done.
But this one is a long way from over.
Jade's emotion just got the best of her. Come on.
Blazing fast Cricket 5G makes everything.
So, what the hell? First off, did not expect that to be how this was gonna go. Kind of disappointed in that. I don't get that one. Chad, if you can make that one make sense, by all means, please do. What the hell? That's crazy. Titan. Jesus. Well, that's in my opinion, I think that's unfortunate for an ending. But either way, I don't know if Nia probably won't win that one against Bianca. And we're probably going to end up getting Bianca and Lyra. That's who's on the other side of this bracket.
Friday Night Smackdown on Fox.
But damn, we also already had Uncle Howdy base either.
When you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. What a wild night it has been thus far on Friday Night
It'll be right here
as
then
we await
this
tag team action.
boring ass DIY match. They're still doing that fucking DX gimmick, I see.
Introducing Johnny Gargano and Tommaso
Ciampa. Wow.
Oh, Wade, we are not about to enjoy this tag team matchup on our own. We are joined here at the commentary desk by our reigning WWE Tag Team Champions, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, A-Town Down Under. Gentlemen, welcome to ringside.
What the greatest undefeated tag team champions of all time. What a treat for you guys. You're welcome. We're bringing some entertainment for the show for once.
You are welcome here whenever you like. Let me ask you right off the bat, how is the championship schedule treating you two?
Mate, we had to come to Jacksonville. That sucks. You got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Listen, I'll give credit where it's due. I saw the champions first thing this morning, bright and early, coming back from doing media in Jacksonville.
Johnny wrestling.
Hey, the news wants us. Yeah, I'm just here so I don't get fined, you know?
Here we see Johnny Gargano starting things off with Berto of Legado del Fantasma. DIY, new arrivals here on Friday Night SmackDown in the 2024 draft. Wade, how can a change of scenery benefit a superstar, or in this case, a tag team?
Well, if you look at DIY, they're two guys who had a hell of a lot of success in NXT. Two of the pillars of NXT, won tag gold there amongst other championships. Haven't quite reproduced that kind of form since moving to Raw and SmackDown. Change of scenery, though, can change
here
things
by Berto.
Completely, especially when you know you have the backing of the general manager, Nick Aldis, who selected you two in the draft.
Well,
Big plans.
I would be remiss to not ask the champions, in your worldview, as the
I wish they had a
Tag Team
match
division, what are you seeing on
coming
SmackDown?
up. That's
Cover
one thing
here
I
by
wish.
Berto that has impressed you.
We don't
Has
have a
any
match for
team
them
stood out
either.
thus far?
You know who impresses me on
Tell me.
SmackDown? Grayson Waller.
Yeah, and Austin Theory's pretty good. And, you know, you got these two flops who did well in NXT. Congrats. These are the major leagues, lads. Keep cosplaying as your bosses. Maybe you'll get something good.
There we see the mechanical marvel, Johnny Gargano take down Umberto. Here comes Gargano.
You two might be talking a little trash. You have to think the potential future championship implications based on the winners of this match. You guys need a new #1 contender, someone who wins this. Maybe Nick Aldis might think to themselves, yeah, those are the guys.
Wade, everybody that I'm seeing in front of me in this ring right now, none of them are on our level.
Good clothesline.
Clothesline by Tommaso Ciampa, taking down Berto. Now Angel legal for Legato. More
Back to back.
team
Here we go.
offense from DIY.
Hey.
Over the
Guys,
top.
go down here. Hey, stay over there, please.
Uh-oh, stereo suicide dives by Gargano and Ciampa.
A-Town down, refusing to clap along with DIY. Now, let me ask you, Theory, you got a little history with Johnny Gargano in particular from your days in the way together.
Yeah, tell me, what do you think, Theory?
I remember those days in the way, never being a champion, never having huge moments, but what happened? I left the way, I had huge moments, and look at me now.
Angel legal for Legado del Fantasma. DIY just lost control of this one.
Yeah. Oh, there it was.
Saving on your education should be a right.
We just got an
not a
Uncle Howdy
competition.
code.
At University of Phoenix, our bachelor's and master's scholarships are accessible to all. You'll get the best scholarship or savings.
All right, chat. Give me 1 second. So what I'm gonna try to do. Pull this up. I knew it would be doing this crazy shit show of a match. That. He is nobody. I think that's a picture of Bray. This shit's creepy as fuck, dude. Yeah, I can't hear that. Okay. I think it just showed that picture of them in the crowd. Hold on. Okay, so so what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to pull this Uncle Howdy video up for y'all, really quick. I don't know if I can. If nothing else, it will be posted here in about 10 seconds. On my social media account. Kraken's Twitter.
Even you two at ringside have to be impressed with Tommaso Ciampa.
Look at this,
really?
look at this. Rest. Garza and Berto.
Well, they've been working on this, Corey.
That's the Garza special, and that may be the end
Garza
of
special.
DIY. Right on the chin of Ciampa.
1, 2.
Berto. Berto.
See, here's the thing. DIY, they're like those guys who peaked in college, yeah? They were real good in college. They were real good in NXT, but now they're in the leagues. They can't handle it against these big guys. They can't handle it against Legado. They can't handle it against us. It's kind of sad to see, you know? You peaked in college too, didn't you, Wade? So you would know.
Come on, mate.
Sorry.
In college?
Yeah, sorry.
You didn't even go to college, right?
We didn't have to.
We don't have them in Australia yet. We're working on it.
A seesaw suplex battle between Ciampa and Berto. Which of these two superstars will get the upper hand? It's Ciampa.
Whatever.
Yeah, a battle of wills. You will rarely bet against Tommaso Ciampa. The man
Ciampa's
is as
doing very
gritty
good
as
at the
they
moment.
come, but even he needs this tag in a worse way.
I'll bet against him.
Here comes the mechanical marvel, Johnny Gargano. Swinging at everything that moves.
Grayson Waller's favorite wrestler.
Face first goes Berto. And Johnny Wrestling is feeling it. Up and over to the outside. Berto out of the way. Here he comes. There's a spear from Johnny.
Slingshot spear.
Taking out Garza on the outside.
I can't stand this bloke. I don't know why people cheering.
Yeah, look at it.
Well, we're getting the greatest hits of Johnny Gargano, and it might just be for you two to watch.
Oh, wait a minute. Escobar on the apron, far side of the ring.
Doing some safety issues.
What happened on
Electra.
4-7-14?
That was a slippery rope.
Electra Lopez jarring the footing of Gargano.
It was an accident.
Why would you go to the top?
Ref, it was an accident. No. Ref. Oh, that's a terrible decision. That's a terrible decision.
Come on.
Well, Legado.
Here. Oh, no. Not this. No.
Meet me in the middle.
Right in the middle,
Covered
ladies and
by
gentlemen.
Gargano.
1, 2, 3. Wow.
Well, the champs wasting no time getting off of their headsets to mock and ridicule DIY.
DIY hungry for championship opportunities. They may have just got themselves a little bit closer to one at A-Town Downs. Down Under's tag goal.
Well, there's no doubt about an impressive showing tonight for DIY on Friday Night Smackdown. I want to take a second to apologize for a technical glitch we saw just before the commercial break. Recently, we've seen it as well. It's not just you at home. There have been random QR codes popping up
Time
everywhere.
and time again. Look, I've asked the locker room, I've asked management, I've asked producers. No one seems to have a clue what on earth is going on.
Well, there was a QR code this past Monday night on Raw, which led to this happening on WWE's Twitch channels.
Wow, they're acknowledging the Twitch stuff from yesterday.
Really good to see you. I just want to check in after our last meeting and see how things have been going for you.
Unfortunately, much like yourselves, we are left with more questions than answers. We'll do our best to keep you posted. I just seem to remember what happened the last time the QR codes started showing up. Hey, either way, let's send it backstage to our very own Byron Saxton, who's standing by.
Thank you so much, guys. AJ Styles, it's no secret you've had a challenging couple weeks here in WWE. With that in mind, where do you go from here?
Where do I go from here? I mean, you saw the match in Lyon, France. Backlash, Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles. Unbelievable. I was this close. And I lost. Then I had a chance to redeem myself. King of the Ring tournament. And I lost in the first round to Randy Orton. Where do I go from here? Next week, I go to Nick Aldis' office. And we'll find out where we go from there.
Thank you, AJ.
AJ Styles, a man with a lot on his mind, and this is the man who got past Styles to advance in the tournament.
Talk to me.
The following is a quarterfinals match in the King of the Ring tournament. Introducing first, from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Viper, Randy Orton.
A 14-time world heavyweight champion, almost too many other titles to count. The one honor that has eluded Orton, the King of the Ring crown. That could all change in the next few moments. But this past weekend, the Viper was cage side with our good friends over at UFC, taking in the sights and sounds.
Randy Orton was about as big an attraction as the fights themselves. And even one of their top prospects, Joaquin Buckley, won his fight.
I'm glad to still hear the crowd doing
with the Viper, Randy Orton. UFC showing their love to one of the greatest to ever do it here in WWE.
Just sign someone's jacket. It's great.
Well, it all goes down in a matter of moments as the Viper goes one-on-one with a new upstart here on Friday Night Smackdown. A man who has ruffled as many feathers as he has encountered. Carmelo Hayes looks to grow his legend at the expense of the Viper in our quarterfinals match. Orton, Hayes, next.
So, I wasn't able to get the QR code to pull up, fortunately. But the QR code this time, it shows what looks like, I want to say a young photo of Bray. But Gage, that's crazy. Are you glad Nia won? It is what it is. We'll take it. Sure. But we are at main event time. They keep acknowledging everything that's going on.
I know you had your eyes on Jade Cargill in the Queen of the Ring tournament, but after what happened out there, do you have a new prediction?
I mean, man, it's packed now. Now we got Nia and Bianca, and we got...
P, wake up! Boring Bailey's done speaking.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
You, Miss Bailey, are the only reason that Piper lost last week because you sprinkled your bad Bailey juju all over us.
You know what? We actually don't have time to talk right now, so let's talk next week, okay? Let's talk in the ring. That sounds good. I'll see you next week.
Sounds like Bailey has issued a challenge for next week, and we know this much is true. The semifinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament take place next Friday with the EST Bianca Belair battling the irresistible force, Nia Jax.
Spandu Bali, I like it. And the Bloodlines Tama Tonga has already qualified. Will he meet the winner of he will meet the winner of tonight's main event, either Carmelo Hayes or Randy Orton in the King of the Ring semi-finals next week here on SmackDown from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
For Randy Orton and Carmelo Hayes, the time is now.
From Boston, Massachusetts,
We are
at 210 pounds, Carmelo Hayes.
Some would say that Carmelo Hayes is brash, but wait, Carmelo
we're
is certainly
updating everything for our Uncle Howdy Finals already.
drafted from NXT.
Well, what a
We're all getting ready to zoom back into this.
Cody Rhodes of all people, the entire world simply had to sit up and take notice that Carmelo Hayes has arrived on the big stage, and he truly is, as he says, it.
Well, we're talking about taking notice. How about this, Wade? Individual event tickets for Friday Night SmackDown and Clash at the Castle at the Hydro in Glasgow, Scotland on Friday, June 14th and Saturday, June 15th are on sale now via Ticketmaster.co.uk.
Friday and Saturday night in Glasgow, Scotland. Welcome to hell, and I mean that lovingly. What a city.
They turn up lose in Glasgow. I don't know what the worst can happen back there.
An Englishman out in Glasgow, not necessarily a good thing. You've got to look after me that now.
Well, let's talk about the task at hand. This King of the Ring quarterfinals matchup. A legend, a surefire Hall of Famer in Randy Orton, against the young upstart on Friday Night SmackDown. Carmelo Hayes is eager to earn the respect of the locker room. In fact, Carmelo has basically demanded it. Is there any better way to gain respect from the whole locker room than taking down someone the caliber of Orton?
I actually spoke to Carmelo Hayes earlier today. He told me he has zero apprehension about stepping in with the legendary Randy Orton. He also told me he was ready for this moment 2 years ago and blames WWE management for holding him back.
Well, case in point, Carmelo made sure everybody knew how he feels, because Carmelo found me backstage earlier today to tell me that he's studied more Randy Orton than even the Viper himself. Carmelo said he is a student of the game. There is nothing Orton hasn't done or can do that I can't do better or counter.
What a claim, man. I've been in there in the ring with Randy Orton many times. I didn't get close to matching his ability. It's very few who would make that claim, and that is insane.
Oh, Mello, yeah, you might want to just take your stuff out of the locker room now, man.
You think I care about these disrespectful? Oh, dear. The entire facial structure of Randy Orton just changed.
I ain't worried about these dudes. We've changed the definition of him to that dude about to get taken out by the apex predator. I like the size disparity between these two athletes, but Carmelo certainly packs a punch. But Orton just imposing his will.
Yeah, he's
Welcome to old school Randy Orton. This ain't the happy version we've seen in recent months.
My God.
We used to call this intermittent anger disorder or something like that.
I think there was an explosive issue in there somewhere.
Same effect, regardless of what it was. And Carmelo Hayes is finding out firsthand why you do not mess with the Viper.
Well, Wade, I think you and I have watched enough Randy Orton to know that at this point we should probably move.
The announce table, a.k.a. Randy Orton's sometime tag partner. All yours, Randy.
Okay.
Nimble moves from Carmelo Hayes, but you've got to back it up with something.
There it is.
Now this is all about the Viper. Laying out Carmelo Hayes smartly, the veteran, breaking that count. Got a match to win here to get himself through to the semi-finals. And Carmelo Hayes has simply infuriated, angered the Viper, and now he is paying the price for it. Carmelo
One
Hayes
more
in a
time.
world of hurt. Can he get back into this quarterfinal matchup?
One more time. Give it to him one more time.
Randy Orton not done yet. Enough damage done to our table and perhaps to the spine.
Oh, there we go.
Carmelo Hayes. Randy Orton
Yeah.
in full effect here, or perhaps on his way to the semi-finals.
Okay, so all right, chat. So we are still trying to figure out what 417 is. Chat, let's see who we got winning tonight. So far, everyone has selected Randy Orton. Gonna be the one to qualify. Which I would probably agree. He will at least go up against Tama Tonga. UFL. I've yet to watch
Finals
UFL.
match live from the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida. The Viper, Randy Orton, one-on-one with Carmelo Hayes. And Hayes has been in complete control for the past several moments, including throughout the break.
Yeah, and hats off to Carmelo Hayes for riding out that early storm and coming back at the Viper with offense like this. This is a man, Carmelo Hayes, who is showing his durability against one of the greatest we have ever seen here in WWE.
Durability is a great descriptor for what we're seeing from Carmelo Hayes tonight. Moments ago, Hayes was launched into our announce table multiple times by Randy Orton, took out all of our microphones, took mine out for a minute. It was absolute chaos, but Hayes has been able to rally and take down the Viper.
Well, I thought Hayes had made a massive mistake by angering the Viper early on. He's used that to his advantage now. Randy overcommitted in his attacks with that anger. And now Carmelo
Let's go, Randy. Come on, get the chance going. Let's go, Randy.
Intermittent explosive disorder.
There we go. It was about 15 years ago. My memory's a little hazy. I think kicked in the face by Randy Orton, amongst others, in that time.
Well, Carmelo Hayes looking to capitalize on what AJ Styles started last week, focusing his attack on Randy Orton's knee. It's a smart strategy by Carmelo Hayes. Oh, Orton out of the way just in time.
Yeah, Carmelo Hayes isn't used to this level of competition. Hats off to his time in NXT, but this is the absolute tippy-top level. Oh! Against a man who simply transcends generations.
Man who transcends generations is arguably as large as he's ever been in his career, as we see it. Orton clutching at his knee again. Randy wanted the snap power slam, one of his go-tos, and Hayes was a step ahead.
Hayes is admiring his handiwork. The cogs are turning in the mind of him. And he's planning how to dismantle.
I think Carmelo tried to punt Randy Orton and caught a power slam for his troubles. Covered by Randy.
Orton perhaps baiting in the youngster there, knowing exactly what the cocky Carmelo Hayes was going to try and pull off.
And just that quickly, Orton has turned the tides back into his own favor.
I mentioned it before, that motivator for Randy Orton, having never won the King of the Ring in his entire career.
Well, he tried going for that DDT and
kick to the knee
did not
yet
go.
again by Hayes. Oh my! Down goes Orton. Hook of the leg by Carmelo Hayes.
No.
It was a patented first 48 move from Carmelo Hayes. Won a litany of matches in NXT with that exact move. Not quite enough to put away the Viper.
Look at Hayes now trying to dismantle the protective wrap on the knee of Randy Orton.
Yeah, Hayes, the high flyer, the technician, but man, can he go streak? Can he go downright nasty when he needs to?
Yep. That's what Carmelo's good at.
Carmelo now
Go.
lining up Randy Orton.
He's going for it.
From the top rope.
Miss.
Hayes was thinking about nothing but net.
There we go. He's going to DDT.
You can watch all the tape you want, but you can't stop this, Mr. Hayes. Vintage Orton.
Spike right on the top of the head of Carmelo Hayes. And a slow-moving Randy Orton now perhaps has Carmelo Hayes exactly where he wants him.
Oh yeah, they're calling for it. Where's that laying out at? My God.
And the chants of RKO beginning to echo throughout the arena.
Here we go.
The Viper is coiled, injured wheel and all. RK.
Oh. Quick roll up. 1, 2, no. You can beat Corbin like that, but you ain't beating Randy.
Great counter by Randy.
Whoop. Springboard. RKO. Let's go. Get the pin. Pin it to the house. 1, 2, 3.
Viper takes the next step, moving to the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament.
Hats off to Carmelo Hayes, the newcomer who was there every step of the way with the Viper Randy Orton. But it was the veteran, the man who's already won almost everything, who progresses.
There's the first 48 by Hayes into the cover. The best shot Carmelo had all match, but Orton was able to survive. Orton was able to overcome, and Randy was able to deliver an RKO. Where from, Wade?
From out of nowhere. Boom!
Absolutely incredible, and look who Randy gets to face in the semifinals, Wade.
Exactly who he would have wanted. He gets Tama
Tonga
off the bloodline.
Well, Kathy Kelly's in the ring.
Here we go.
Randy Orton.
Randy, congratulations, punching your ticket to the semifinals.
Here it comes.
We know what the battle drums mean. They are here in full effect. The bloodline has arrived.
This is a worn down Viper with a bad wheel.
Well, think back to Backlash.
Hold on. Are you meaning to tell me right now the bloodline is going to come out and try to intimidate me? Ladies and gentlemen, maybe the bloodline forgot who exactly I am. Let me reintroduce you to me. My name is Randy freaking Orton. I am a 14-time world heavyweight champion and soon to be King of the Ring. And since we're doing introductions, Tama, next week in Saudi Arabia, I am going to introduce my foot directly up your ass. Following that, I will reintroduce you to the three most deadly, dangerous letters in sports entertainment.
Okay. Oh.
Orton is ready. Tonga is ready. We'll see you next week in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
Hey, I'll take that next. 100% will take that match in Saudi over what we could have got. But, of course, either way, my goodness. What an ending. The Uncle Howdy, Bray Wyatt stuff, of course, is all over social media yet again. Are you a believer? Is the answer to 4-17-17? 4-7-14. There's so much. There's just so much. Right too. It is a reference. What, chat? How do y'all rate SmackDown? at this moment, everything going on, trying to keep up with it, understand what we've seen, what we're building towards. People are asking. So in the Uncle Howdy thing, there's a word called Beladru. Now, if you break it down, veil is the first word. Got veiled. I know the word veiled's in there. But with all this going on and with everything being said, do appreciate everyone who did come and hang out with us tonight. We will be keeping everything updated on Howdy aspect and SmackDown itself. But until next time, as always, we appreciate you all for coming and hanging out with us. Kraken is over.